It's the morning stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Tricia Sloma, along with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Matt Engelbrecht.
Hello.
And producer Kyrstyn Glover.
Hello.
Good to see you guys.
Good to
This
see
is the extension of the morning show, you
Uh-huh.
know? So the morning stretch where we're able to stretch into those topics that we were talking about during the morning show. Boy, we had a lot to talk about today. You know, it's something that's made national and international headlines, the death of Pope Francis. It was Monday morning when everybody's kind of coming off of their Easter weekend and so many celebrations around, and we got the breaking news that the Pope had passed away, and it's led our coverage all week, and it's actually been fascinating to see what the reaction has been locally and internationally on this big major news story.
And Tricia, you might know something about this. I got to ask a question because my brother texted me on Monday and said the Pope died on Easter. And I corrected him and I said, well, it was Easter Monday. So can you explain that a little bit? So you got Easter Sunday, and then it also carries over into Monday?
Yeah, it is considered the Easter season, and this Easter holiday, you know, continues on. So we're still in those... the Acts of the Apostles now come into play in the Catholic faith. So this is all continuance of what happened in those days after the resurrection and everything else. So Easter Monday is celebrated around here. Of course, we celebrate Dingus Day.
Right.
But yeah, still a very holy season in the Catholic faith. And it was just remarkable because Pope Francis was able to kind of finish his duties, and they say that those were his last words. Thank you for bringing me to the square. So I just think it's remarkable. I think he put in too big of a day, but ultimately, here's where we are. And we have some beautiful stories that we're sharing here on 16 News Now. But one of the stories, and Kyrstyn, you had this in the show this morning, the Conclave. There's a sudden interest in this movie. Is this movie even on, what is it, Netflix, or is it on Prime?
I think it's on Prime. It's on Prime, but I mean, it's available across
of course
many platforms. You could always rent it and all that jazz. Go back in the day, you know what I'm
I've
saying?
heard of it,
but
I have not seen it.
No, it was very popular, and it was nominated for several awards. I believe it won a couple Oscars. I would check that though.
But it's gotten quite popular again.
Yes, because of the passing of the Pope.
Yeah.
A lot, actually. Like, what was it? It was Monday into Tuesday or Sunday into
like
Monday.
48
Sunday,
hours?
yeah.
Yes, it was that surge of 283% increase in viewership, because how else are we going to learn about this process? You know, we got to go watch a movie to figure it out. So
that's the crazy thing about it, is that as soon as this happened, so it's been 12 years since the last time the Vatican's had to go through this process. So the first thing is, I forgot the last time. What are all the questions I have, and where do I get answers? And it just so happens this movie comes out that is trying to answer some of the questions that people might have.
Okay, so show of hands here who have actually watched the movie, because it wasn't me.
So I'm gonna go halfway up. Is that accurate? I go halfway,
so
not all the way.
You've seen half of this movie. So what? Is it too dry for you? What happened?
It wasn't. It is dry. It's dry. It's slow, but that's what builds the drama. That's what builds the intrigue. And then I fell asleep halfway through it. I never picked it back up. So I got halfway through it. It's a good movie. You got Stanley Tucci. You got a lot of really big names
Ray Fiennes
in there.
right there. I love him.
And I just fell asleep, and I just never went back to it. My thing is it historically accurate? And that is where you get Hollywood kind of mixing in with history. Is this a dramatization of what actually goes on? And with the number of people, the jump was, what was the number on it? 283% increase. So all the people that watched it now take that as historical fact, or some kind of possibly how things are going to go.
Well, we're going to have to do some research, maybe see if that's accurate or not.
Yeah.
So.
Well, when it first came out, I honestly thought that it was like a thriller, like a horror thriller. I thought people were getting like, you know, the axe and everything. I was like, I don't know if I want to see this movie, because those are not my cup of tea. But now that I know it's about the literal process,
now you're intrigued.
Maybe the trailer painted a different picture, but I'd like to know the process. I don't know what it is.
Oh, secrecy builds intrigue, and that's what the Vatican and choosing a new pope is all about.
I didn't know the cardinals smoked. That's in that movie, apparently. Okay. All right.
Picking apart the trailer, not the actual movie. In that trailer.
Right. We had some really fun local news, and we certainly hope that if people are in South Bend, particularly McClure's gas station shoppers, if you're watching, if you were shopping Tuesday and you happen to pick up a Cash 5 ticket, Tuesday. Now, we're talking about this gas station at Edison Road near Ironwood. And people know where this is. I mean, it's pretty cool. Guess what? It's a winning ticket. It's not just any winning ticket. It's worth thousands, not just a few thousand.
Woo, put some digits on there.
Yeah. Who wants to be the person who gives the big number?
I don't have it. Do you have it?
Kyrstyn, go.
$308,000.
That's some coin.
Now, see, that wouldn't ruin your life. Couple million would ruin your life, maybe.
What? Not me.
Give me the chance.
Not me.
You know what? I'm going to test that theory. Yeah. All right. So give me a couple million, and we'll see if it ruins my life.
$308,000 would get you a new house, maybe, and a car.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I would invest some of this.
Where are you buying that house, Tricia?
A small house.
We got to donate about 30,000 of it.
And how much of the taxes are coming out?
Okay, that's true.
The taxes.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it's going to help.
Cash option versus...
It would not ruin your life. It would really help your life. And then you'd be comfortable for a little bit.
It would pay off some
debt.
debt.
Your job.
No, you can't quit your job.
You continue your career. That's a good down payment on a house. And in this
really
economy...
Nice.
Yeah. If you find the ticket.
Yeah.
Because apparently it is not... It's not missing, but it's out there.
Well, can you imagine? I tell you, I pitch things and then they'll sit, I save things and then I pitch them all at once. And that would be one of those things like, oh, I never checked that big deal. And then I'd pitch it. Well,
I don't think you've been to this gas station either.
Haven't.
But it is a popular one. It's one that if you know where it is located, just seeing some of the footage, like I know where that is. That's over there by campus, and you got the half off Notre Dame store. I know where that is. That is.
Did you hear one of our producers? He was saying, "I know exactly where that is, and it's kind of hard to get to. You got to,
It's
and
a
he's
weird
like,
intersection.
it's a weird intersection." He goes, "I avoid that gas station." I said, "Well, not anymore. You're going to want to go get your lottery tickets there."
I like their signs. I always put up sales on their signs, like 2 for $4 or 3 for $6. Like, is that a good deal? I don't know. Oh, okay.
We've got the winning numbers. Go ahead, Kyrstyn. What are the winning numbers?
They are 8, 17, 28, 35, and 37.
That's an alarm going off on my phone. I apologize.
I don't know. I think a nice mill.
That would be cool.
I think that's plenty because you pay your taxes, and then it'd go to like my mom, my Mima, pay off my debt, and then I would still keep my job.
I didn't hear coworker. Did you hear coworkers?
I didn't hear.
I didn't hear coworkers.
I think Mima, and then I think she meant to say coworkers.
And I also have my brothers.
Okay,
nice. That's great.
Okay,
that's great.
The coworkers, brother. I think that's the hierarchy.
Yeah. I got a niece and a couple nephews.
Okay, coworkers, and then we'll put nieces down here, and brother down here.
Do you see your nieces every day? No. Do you see your coworkers?
Yes. Yeah.
Probably. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, I see. Yeah.
We're here.
Don't call me out, Tricia. I need to see them more.
Hey, we've got the NFL draft starting today, folks.
And it's close.
Yes.
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yeah. But here's the thing. No Irish players are expected to go in round 1, but we've got lots in round 2 and 3. The names include Xavier Watts, Benjamin Morrison, Riley Leonard, Jack Kaiser, Mitchell Evans, R.J. Oben, Riley Mills, Bo Collins, and Howard Cross III. Just saying those names makes you miss them.
Really?
We've enjoyed watching them play through their time at Notre Dame, and this is so cool.
And I'm looking down. Mitchell Evans is going to be an interesting one. So this is Tight End University in Notre Dame.
Yes.
So in Mitchell Evans, he was supposed to be, and he was, a standout tight end, and then he blew out, I believe, his knee.
Yeah.
So he had to sit out an entire year, and he's just now coming back and getting up to speed. But he's one that he won't go high in the draft, but you'll hear that name in 3 years on a proper starting line as a tight end and say, oh, yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
Yeah. And I hope they stay close. That's the other thing
So
is
much
like
fun.
if you can
local.
watch your favorite Irish player on, say, the Chicago Bears or the Colts or, it's really fun.
Yep.
So it only builds the
Xavier
excitement.
Watts is, yeah.
Hey, we've
Xavier
got all
Watts
the
is fun, too.
draftees, the
stuff.
potential draftees, and more information available on our website,
Leonard.
WNDU.com.
Jack Kaiser.
I know. He's like a favorite around here. So,
Unbelievable.
all right, guys, we got to go. Morning stretch is done. Have a great day, everyone, and a super weekend.
Oh, Colin.
Bye-bye.
Bye.